One, two. One, two. Mic check. One, two, one, two. One, two. There we go. I had to turn my headphones on there. Starting to panic for a second. What up, Philip? Yeah. Going live again. It's technically tomorrow, but yeah, we went live earlier tonight. Let's pop the camera on here. Heads up. Voila. Greetings. That's all we need, Philip. Just you and I. Not sure if you caught the live earlier. Did about an hour at the shop. Touching on a few topics I was going to touch on the weekend. Spaced out on it. And we touched on it earlier. So we're going to keep going further down that rabbit hole. Hopefully you can hang out here for a bit. And if not, it's all good. Hey, I get it. It's late. But for those that'll be watching this later and maybe watch the stream earlier, we're going to keep going down the hole here. So hang on. But first, let's take a peek what's going on out there in SoCal. Hope you had a good day yesterday, Richard. Philip. I'm saying Richard. He might pop in here in a bit. I think we just summoned him. Coming in clear, right on. Yeah, it hit my little headphone button here. And I could hear the music, but I couldn't hear myself. I was like, whoa, what's going on? And a quick troubleshoot figured it out. And that's the thing with this. Once you're on and something like that happens, hopefully you're able to figure it out, because be a little nerve wracking. But there's lovely Catalina in the casino. Earlier, the waters were looking a little murky, and yeah, still looks a little wavy out there. And there's Maggie M10. Where you been at, Maggie? Yeah, I can see your unicorn here. So I do see the emojis in the chat. And look, they're popping up here. So I guess it's the YouTube emojis. Yeah, that's the ones that are all spelled out. What's up, YouTube? Y'all gotta step that up. Throw in some more emojis. Yeah, appreciate that, Maggie. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, earlier we're talking about some software for DJing software that we purchased earlier today, thanks to some peeps out there, and we will give them a round of applause. Yes, and really push towards playing some music. I'll be sure to bring everyone along. Been super busy, Maggie? Yeah, no, what's up to everybody out there listening on different platforms? If there's anyone on X, Instagram, Twitch, and Rumble, we're on there live right now. So, cheers to everyone over there. Hop on over here, YouTube. There's a couple people, couple of our friends over here, and maybe more will trickle in. And if not, then this is fine. It's always a surprise to see Maggie, who's our friend from down under, and hopefully all is well down there. She's in the future. She could tell us our future right now if anyone's interested. Yeah, I'm checking out the water here. See if anything pops up. Any USOs. There's T Bone stepping in hot. What's going on, T Bone? Good to see you. T Bone, keep an eye out for any fast movers here. Philip says, I was watching geology stuff earlier today, presented by Graham Hancock's colleague, Randall Carlson. Right on. Yeah. I like Graham is interesting and I respect his work. Although I know people that would say different. It's just some people are never happy. I get it. Um but yeah, he's put out some interesting stuff and he's seems like a groovy cat, although I think he mentioned he stopped smoking flowers as of late. But he's gone into those other dimensions. Has taken his trips for himself and yeah, it's good when someone does that and brings back information and yeah, he's interesting dude. And there's Pancho, Zorcho. All is well. Yeah, all is well. Hope you're well. Checking out Southern California here. And there's Santa Monica. Yeah, it's been a crazy start, crazy weekend, crazy start to the week. And we'll see what the rest of the week ends up like. Yeah, earlier today, let's see, we touched on so Brother Nighthawk, y'all there's Roger. What did I say? We were gonna summon him. His ears must have been burning. Speaking of ears burning, someone else's ears must have been burning earlier because on the live stream earlier, we were showing a video that was a breakdown and a follow up to some footage we were talking about that we're going to talk about again. And that particular channel rarely posts as of late. And and today I mentioned them and then they posted a little bit after that. I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, whoa, his ears must have been burning to post a video. So we'll check that out as well. And Philip says he lives where those floods happen. So it's cool to see Randall Carlson to a presentation about the world that I literally see right outside my window. Yeah, no, that's always good when you could relate to something like that, right? That's what I've been doing a lot here is just touching on things, different topics, and then adding in how I relate to it, whether I've been there or heard something from there or whatever I have, video clips, maybe. pertaining to the area or the subject. And yeah, that's super cool when someone touches on your area. Yep, makes it fun for sure. That's why we do this. And actually, tonight, Philip, you're up in Washington, right? We're gonna be touching on Washington here, so hang on here. Let's get the heck out of Santa Monica. I did want to see the Mount Wilson camera, see the mountain view, see the Sasquatch's view, because that's what we're gonna be talking about here. And nope, Sasquatch wouldn't be at LAX. At least I don't think. We know there's Jetpack Man. Look at the Mount Wilson cam. Looking pretty foggy up there. And I could imagine a Sasquatch walking by there. Looks like the camera's aimed a little low. Usually you could see the city lights, all the lights in the flatlands from up here. But not tonight. Might get a little more rain tomorrow. And yep, Grant County in the Scablands. Right on. I can't wait to make it up that way. I've only flown over Washington, and then one time as a tiny dwarfy baby, we had gone up to Canada. I can't remember, but I believe we drove through Washington. So at some point, I've had some sort of connection there, but would definitely love to do some bigfooting for sure. Recently, a friend of ours got a hold of me through online, left a message on another video where he happened to see me on, which was cool because I hadn't seen this person in a while, and we touched on it. Interesting story, but him and his lady ended up moving to Washington. I knew and worked with them in Humboldt County, and actually saved the farm. Yeah, I'll say it. We saved the farm there because yeah, one day we're taking a lunch break, and I noticed they had power lines actually going through there, and I noticed some sparks and some smoke coming from some of the wires, and I let them know really quick. I was like, "Hey, you might want to check this out." And they immediately called for it to get checked up on. And when they came and serviced it, they were like, "Yeah, you're pretty lucky someone's seen that, and you guys got on top of that quick, 'cause that could have caused a fire. No good." See, Southern California could look squatchy. It is squatchy. That's you're walking up in those mountains right now, there's a good chance of a Bigfoot popping up, I would think. Something about the fog gives it that extra vibe, I think. What do you think? Especially Washington, you guys get that fog as well. NorCal, from NorCal up. Ooh. And I know T-Bone's even further up. T-Bone, you in BC? We're talking about, they had Cliff Barackman on, and I forget the channel, but I did share it in the posts. Yeah, I'd like talking about the posts. Go check out the posts on my channel. And then the channel is Super Awesome Science Mysteries. And oh yeah, Super Awesome Science and Mysteries. Let's get out of here. All right, see you later, Mount Wilson. And they had Cliff Barackman on today. Great guest to have on. And I'm starting to forget already why I'm mentioning Cliff. But yeah, I talked about some of it earlier in the stream. some little updates on some of the stuff he was posting on over on his NABC channel, North American Bigfoot Center channel. And so we updated that. We updated a few more things earlier, some stories we were covering. And then, so we were talking about William Nighthawk, salute brother Nighthawk, and his partner Testerman. And this weekend they were talking about it's an old Bigfoot footage from Arizona. And it's, I believe the story goes, it's like it was in a national park, I think, or the Arizona highway. Their cameras supposedly captured this footage, and yeah, it made the rounds. It went all over social media. And again, this was a while back. This video is from like 10 years back, and you could see over here on the right side. There's two pictures here, and on the right side, you'll notice a bunch of figures, dark figures. And I was interested at the time. I was like, "Whoa, that looks weird." And Para breakdown here covered it and mentioned another YouTube channel on there that also, I guess he went to the actual location. And then another thing was, I believe there was more pictures later, and I believe the objects were still there. And so basically, it was, according to these people, it was debunked, which I think, yeah. And so earlier we tried playing the video, but for some reason my audio is not going through when I play videos. Gotta figure that out. And I believe I've had videos properly play through the audio face and everything. So we're all able to hear it. But yeah, I couldn't get that figured out tonight. But if I play it loud enough, the microphone might be able to pick it up. So we could play this, and let's see, maybe I could try and turn the mic around a bit. Here we go. Again, Para Breakdown posted a video today. So I was showing this video, I believe, earlier today, and then about an hour or a couple hours later, he posted a video, and I mentioned that because he to me he rarely posts. I don't know. We could check and see maybe when his last post was, but I think it's been a little while, several months for sure. That's why I say it. His ears were
Hi there.
ringing.
Well, it's another case of the prank that won't die. This Arizona Department of Transportation camera shot is still being shown around the net, reporting of a family of Bigfoots frolicking in the snow, supposedly seen here in the right hand shot.
All right, on the right hand side there, y'all see that? What do you think? Some of them do look like there's one individual back there that looks like he's got some legs and stuff, but of course, blobby, blob squatchy, stump squatchy.
It was released on the ADOT site on January 1st. The very next day, it was totally, thoroughly, and completely debunked by Steve Alcorn.
Now I had a little trouble looking up this guy's channel. Maybe someone could find it. And I know I've looked it up in the past. Like I said, I remember checking this out a long time ago, and yeah, I haven't seen this Steve Alcorn. There's several other Steve Alcorns out there, so on YouTube, so their channels pop up, but not this guy's.
Now, his video was released 5 days ago and showed an ADOT photo showing the same exact spot, but 1 day later, with the alleged family of Bigfoots having not moved 1 inch. Still, we see more postings going on, seemingly oblivious to the facts of the case.
Yeah, it was all over. You could find a bunch of different articles.
This one was posted just 5 hours ago. The news media had been reporting the little prank as such for the last 5 days, and either people aren't getting the message or are deliberately keeping the myth alive.
And it is it says the Arizona Department of Transportation, which will be the tonight's theme as well. So
This is, in fact, a great example of how myths are born regardless of any well publicized truth. It's the desire for the fantastical that always wins out. Thanks for watching.
all right, I'll flip the mic here. Yeah, anyone remember this? There's Ivy. What's up, Ivy? And much love to you for your support. Ivy's been supporting over on X and different platforms and stuff. So Instagram, she's out there. Salute to you. So glad you're here. And so I don't know, anyone seen this breakdown video of this? I think it was short and sweet and to the point. And so hopefully again, brother Nighthawk or Testerman will be watching this and we'll check it out and yeah, hopefully I'll get their feedback on that. And yeah, someone had mentioned that they were some of those things could be mailboxes or one of them is a mailbox. Not sure. All right. Wanted to touch on that and let everyone know how we got down this rabbit hole. And we're gonna check out a few other clips here as well of similar stuff going on. Did y'all get to see that all right? Hopefully that came through. Hopefully the audio was loud enough there to hear. Oh yeah, we're gonna check out. Let's see. So Parrot Breakdown also posted a new video, right? So let's check out. Let's go to his channel here. It's a short video.
A man
actually.
said this and he said,
So it's Dee's Dark Adventures. Anyone know her? I think I know who that is. And she's been doing these live streams from her area. She goes walks out in the dark, live streaming, and apparently has all types of activity. And she has quite a following over there. Um, and I think that's her, Dee's Dark Adventures. But it's a clip from someone else, and then, so this is a post by Parrot Breakdown again. We just seen one of his videos from 10 years ago. Can't believe it's that long ago already. Um, and here the title, Another Stump Squatch or the Real Deal. So we'll take a look.
said he was fishing by this lake when he kept hearing movement behind him. And every time he turned around, he couldn't see nothing. But at one moment, he saw movement. So he grabbed his phone and this is check this out.
All right, keep an eye out in between those trees there. Towards the right tree, you'll notice a figure, or is it just a stump? Let's see. Does look interesting. To me, it looks like the back of something, but I think if uh, someone were standing there with a camera, I think the subject would know. Unless they were walking away, I guess. There's that. It did seem to move there. I don't know. It says here, it looks like one thing then changes form. What y'all think? Does look interesting.
A man said this in.
Throw a 420 in the chat if you think it's legit. What up, Jeff? What are you doing up so late, Jeff? You rolling one up? What's up, Pyromedic? All right. See, so Pyromedic's familiar with who she is. And he says that she catches something on every video he's seen. So, and feel free to share her channel out here, Pyromedic. So y'all go check her out. Y'all could go check her out. Um, yeah, I follow her not closely, but I have tapped into her lives and I check them out. I haven't really. I'll make little comments here and there, but I haven't noticed anything that that would be a red flag over on her channel. So she's doing her thing, like I said, and she's got a good following. Several up to I've seen like over 100 people in her lives, and she is out there in the dark. So, and yeah, we used to do those lives on the property in the dark back in the day. Kind of forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I have been live streaming for a little bit. And there's Russell. And he says, unless something came up and looked right into a traffic cam and wildlife has, it's hard to, yep. And there's several, let's see. I don't know why I was thinking I was mentioning national park, but what up, Larry? He says 420. But Rasta Larry, you never know. He might not be answering that question. Just might be lighting one up. Yeah, I'm on bless up, Larry. All right, so yeah, we just seen that Arizona clip, and that was the clip that Brother Nighthawk was featuring this weekend, and I mentioned about the mailbox situation, and I told them that I was gonna do a little follow up and bring these videos up, and that's the reason why we're getting into them. And there's Woo Reezy stepping in the house. Yo, hey, what's up? Anybody in Instagram, Rumble, Twitch? We hanging over here in YouTube. Come on through, join the chat. We chopping it up. Yeah, so it reminds me of because I was the Arizona transportation. What is it? Forget what they call it out there. And so in Washington I was trying to remember earlier. It's the Washington State Department of Transportation, so the WSDOT, and they had a few things pop up. Actually, they had like a little rash of situations, and maybe some of you remember this one. Let's see here. And I'll play the video on this one just because to give y'all the vibe. But then you'll probably laugh after. Y'all remember this one? So yeah, this is from the supposedly from the Sherman Passway or Sherman Pass, Washington State Highway webcam and their photos. And you got the subject there. Let's see, there's and this one is just so many articles on this one. It's I didn't read out who posted that, but I'm sure it popped up on the screen there. Hmm. Let's see. We should have an article on that here. And there it is. Let's see. Let's get a picture. Uh-oh. Anyway, in January 2020, a Washington State Department of Transportation shared images from a traffic camera on Sherman Pass, Highway 20, which some believe captured an image of Bigfoot or Sasquatch. The images showed a dark figure walking near a tree, leading to speculation and discussion on social media platforms. However, the figure was later identified as a small cardboard cutout. Oh man. And that had been placed there in the area for years, actually, it says. And so I don't know. I think with the cameras being there, wouldn't they unless they were like moving it around in the dark, but wouldn't they maybe catch someone on camera doing that? Despite this, the WSDOT continued to engage with the public, posting updates and even sharing a video of the cutout. So they kept it going there. So again, Arizona Department of Transportation or whatever they call it out there has their video or picture and their whole situation, and then Washington State here. I'll get y'all. Let's see. We could check this one out. Let me try to zoom in on this one. There we go. Anyone seen this one? And there's some lighter pictures. This one seems a little dark, but you're able to tell like there's one leg that's a lot bigger than the other. I don't know what leg that is, but I think it's the right one, I'm going to say. I could already hear the jokes, but yeah, so it turned out to be a cutout. And why, they knew, why did they keep it going? Does that I don't know, maybe the departments of transportation need their attention online as well, or were they covering something else up? Maybe they were really having activity up that way. People were reporting stuff and seeing stuff, and they started this to throw things off. Is that a possibility? I don't know. But along with this video, there's a second one, or this picture, and maybe a lot of you will know about it or have seen it. And let's see, where you at? Uh-oh, don't tell me you're gonna hide. And there it is. Anyone seen this one? And this is supposedly also from Washington State and from the WSDOT again. And this one's an actual video. And it seems to be like, I don't know, see on the hill there somewhere, also up in the see some forest in the background, and I don't know exactly where the highway is, if it's to the right. I don't really see a highway, but this camera, for whatever reason, is pointing in this area. And we'll have a look here. I don't think this has audio, so we'll just run it. So the subject looks huge, and then of course turns around, and it's channel 2 KREM. And we'll run it again. Let's see. Let's go big screen. Sorry about that. The sidebar action there. And so what some people were saying, and of course we're looking at, the way it moves. Is it someone in a suit? People were saying, I think Thinker Dunker did a breakdown, and I'm sure there's other channels that also have done breakdowns. And I don't know the other one was in 2020, the one we've seen before that. And then I don't know how much longer, or I think this one was after the first one, or it could be the other way around. Got to take a look at that. And Pyromedic says the turnaround reminded him of the Patty pose. And that's, what is it? Frame, you're talking about frame 352, if I'm not mistaken. It's the iconic, she's looking over. Yeah, it could be, it is kind of going uphill. And, check out, a lot of people do follow Thinker Thunker, so check out his breakdown. I people have called him out and everything, but I still check out his channel and his breakdowns. Doesn't mean I agree with all of his breakdowns there. Excuse me as I adjust the mic. But yeah, there you got a second uh piece of Bigfoot, possible Bigfoot footage coming out of Washington State there. And then so I was keeping an eye out on this stuff. I was like, all right, there's this the second one. And I remember the Arizona situation, and I was like, what else? Is there any? And not too long ago, I remember sharing it. I think I might have done maybe in the shorts section on the YouTube channel, but over on TikTok, uh, there was a third article that I came across, and this was maybe 2 years ago or so, and it's of a third supposed W SDOT, and I went ahead and made a TikTok out of it. Let's check it out here. So we're going on number 3 here, and this one, typical Bigfoot footage. We'll see. It'll be hard to. Well, I'll let you check it out. Let you decide. So again, we have these two. Another article here. KHQ. Bigfoot sighting, WSDOT, cameras capture Sasquatch-like creatures on Sherman Pass and Snoqualmie passes. You familiar with these areas, Philip? There's lipstick sofrito. Buenos dias, buenas noches. Yo, what up, Juliana? Good to see you. So here are the two pieces of footage we just checked out. And one was a video, which is interesting. That's always good. And then the second one, they said it was a cutout. And we've seen that cutout hoax. I've seen it happen before in other places, other states. Those have made the news, and you could find those news reels on YouTube and whatever platform you like, I'm pretty sure. And so the third one, I was trying to look up to see if I could find the article again, but I had trouble. It was just mainly these two that kept popping up. But I remember making a TikTok. Let's see. I think this might be it here. All right, there's that one. So we'll check this one out really quick. So we got two out of Washington. Keep that in mind. But then this one, excuse me, it's the Umatilla Morrow County scanner feed and news. And this is a real Bigfoot sighting here in Oregon. State police received a frantic phone call about a Bigfoot sighting near the Hood River exit a few weeks ago. The caller described the thing as dwarfing the guardrail and too big to be a bear. Not to mention, it was walking upright. The dispatcher immediately checked out the Oregon DOT, Department of Transportation camera, and saw this image. This image gave me chills, so I had to share it with you guys. It says, "What are your guys' or what are your thoughts? And what are your guys' and gals' thoughts?" Let's see. Can y'all see that? We got a little red arrow here, and you can see off the side of the highway there. It looks like a figure on 2 feet. And I remember featuring this with the homie Grant Tavius on a particular show, and he's from the Oregon area, and I believe he might be familiar with this particular area and knew where it was. And I think, if I remember right, he looked up in a map, and he thinks he figured it out and says it was a tree. But again, it's hard to tell. I don't know. And why would the Department of Transportation be showing this again? How would it benefit them to do this? Why would it benefit them? Or, even if it were a hoax? So I don't know. It's interesting there. So that's Arizona, Washington, Oregon. And there was a third one for Washington that we're going to pull up right now. And yes, well, it's another TikTok and this one. And so I posted that one. That's over on my TikTok. If you're on TikTok, give us a little follow over there. So this is has Sasquatch returned to Sherman Pass. So again, the Sherman Pass, which is where that cutout was. And let's see, does it say it's NCW Life, October 24th, 2020. 2022. So that's 2 years after that whole cutout situation. And here again, you have I put that little zoom bubble because it's hard as heck to see, but I do see a figure, and I it does have like a conical head shape, but that thing could be anything. All right. Anyway, let's take a listen.
Once again showing up on its Sherman Pass webcam. Friday night, the Washington State. The state is reporting strange things once again showing up on its Sherman Pass webcam. Friday night, the Washington State Department of Transportation posted a photo apparently showing a glow on the side of the Highway 20 pass with perhaps an image of some sort within the glow. Posted had this to say: "Not sure what is happening on the left side of the Sherman Pass /SR20 webcam, but there is something there."
And notice it mentioned that there was a glow.
Back in January of 2020, it posted a pair of photos from the same camera that it lightheartedly speculated might have shown Bigfoot. After a visit to the site, the state said whatever it was had disappeared. Skeptics speculated that the sighting of the elusive beast was most likely a cardboard cutout put there by some prankster. But all of it, including the glow from Friday,
He's talking on the first case there again,
remains a mystery for now.
Is Juliana laughing? She's saying someone addicted to something. What's going on? I see everyone busted up. Yeah, Derek. What's your TikTok, Woo Riders? I know you're over there. So yeah, third WSDOT. What's going on here, Washington? Philip, any feedback on these? Have you heard any of these, or have you heard of others? Is there any others out there? Maybe there's more of these Department of Transportation Bigfoot footage. And we know they like to cross roads, right? At least we think, we speculate due to reports. So, according to some data, yeah, the tiki talkie. I know you're not over there, Juliana. That'll be the day. The day Juliana's over there, then you know we're in trouble. That means head for the hills. Right? And speaking of TikTok, where are we at? Boom. At Brown_dwarf. And see, it's still Brown Dwarf over there. It's still Brown Dwarf over here. Bigfoot Dwarf. What else? All right. So just wanted to share those since we're on the theme of footage from the Department of Transportations. And there's let's see. What else popped up? I know there was something else along those lines. There was actually some footage, but I think this one was from a national park, and it was some, I guess you could say, CCTV footage as well. But this one was out of Texas, and we'll throw it in as a little bonus here. But let's see where'd it go. Here we go. And this is Thinker Thunker. He did a breakdown of this one as well. He's done, yeah, a lot of these. Luckily, he's got these videos up still, because there's been several that I've been looking for, like the actual video, the person who posted, but a lot of them are hard to find. And so luckily he's done breakdowns, and we'll take a look at this one. And this one is crossing the road again, which why did the Bigfoot cross the road is the big question. And according to Joe Monk, he says because he had a chicken stapled to him. So I don't know. Let's check this out.
Seen this footage. It was recorded by a security camera in Dangerfield State Park in Texas.
State Park. We got sirens. The other night, I tried to rewind and listen to see if those pew pews came out in the background. We had a little pew pew action, blam blam. But I wasn't able to hear it. But yeah, it was official. Yeah, check out this dude's. Guess would you call it the gate there? It's pretty wide.
We see something walk out from the trees, walk across a road, walk across a median.
And that's why the footprints disappear.
Walk across another road, and then it vanishes into the night. Special.
All right. Oh yeah. Special thanks to let's see here.
Thanks to Robert B. for posting this on my Team Think of Thugger Facebook group.
All right. Yeah, anyone seen that one? And that could go down a theme as well. I guess there's the national park footage. Is it the Yellowstone footage of what looks like a clan? Some say it's a clan. They start like from the shortest one all the way up to the tallest one. They're walking in in line, and they're after some buffalo, possibly. Anyone remember that one? That was a popular one. But yeah, it reminds me of that one. So I'm thinking, what other one is there? There's I don't know if the IMAX one where it's like they say it's a cameraman crouched down and it's moving pretty fast, ducked low. There's been always big debates about that one as well. Was that at a national park? I think so. I'm trying to think now of videos that have been in state or national parks. Maybe we'll dig a few up and do a little dive into those as well. Yeah, anyone else got some footage out there that we should check out, or you got some personal pictures? Not like that. Personal Bigfoot pictures, not of your big feet, of Sasquatches. Yeah. Yeah, send them on over if you'd like to share them. We're still got a few in the oven that are baking nicely that we're going to be sharing soon. Maybe the members will be able to check that out first. I just need to get some questions, a few questions answered about some sounds that are in the video clip. But someone shared some from out your way, Juliana. Someone shared some footage, and there's some interesting audio to go with it. And before I get the permission, I'm pretty positive I'll get the permission to share. But it was shared with me, and yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, it's just a matter of sending those people some messages and getting the okay and doing some final little touches. It's not a long clip at all. It's just it depends, on the energy, sometimes you feel like working on a particular thing and you work on that, but just don't really feel like working on other things. So I like to uh work with that energy and focus on what it is that I'm interested in at the moment. So yeah, a bunch of little things like that. There's old video clips that I need to go through. Not even that old, but from last year, from our trips up north, and you know, just always keeping myself busy with doing something. But because I need it. I need to stay busy. Of course, there's a YouTube there for those on the different platforms. I wonder, hopefully those widgets are popping up on the different platforms there. Again, we are streaming on Twitch, Instagram, X, Rumble, and of course, YouTube here. I need to figure out my TikTok stream keys so I could add them in. I was able to add in the Instagram ones and the Rumble ones pretty easily. But for some reason, TikTok makes it really difficult. What else is going on here? Let's see. I think I got some little video clips actually to share before we head on out. I know it's getting late for you East Coasters. Wishing you all a happy rising. And Juliana, if you're still here, do you remember? You'll know this gas station. We're right by one of my areas, and here's the old Bigfoot gas station. I think they should bring it back. Is it still there?
Who took us out of 76?
We should reopen that place.
Renters.
Did Juliana see that? Where is that at? Anyone know that gas station? Let me know in the chat or drop a comment. Yeah, I think we should reopen that gas station. Keep the name. Let's see. What's this one? All right. Heads up. I forgot. I titled these, but I abbreviated it, so I forgot what the video is. I know I have one. I know I got one from Oregon. And especially for those of you out there in the sticks or maybe even the desert areas. In the city, it can happen too, but it'll most likely be a zombie or a criminal that would be peeking through your window. But out in the country, and I like to keep my, I don't really like blinds, maybe in certain places, certain rooms. Hear the train coming. So I don't, I like to be able to look out, see what's out there, which is at nighttime, darkness. So I'm sure a lot of you could relate. And I'm sure a lot of you could relate with the feeling of being watched. And it would happen to me a lot. It still happens, and when I do, I've learned to hit record, And so this is up in the house up in Oregon. And so, definitely in the woods, not far from the house there is where I found a bunch of tracks near a lake there is where the old Bigfoot trap is. So there's historical Bigfoot activity and I think current. And the house is like 20 minutes the most away from there, 15. So that area is not far at all. And then old haunted mining town nearby, and I think that there was some paranormal activity that I experienced at that house for sure. It's an old farmhouse. And so this is one of the nights. I mean, maybe someone later will see something. I don't know. Maybe when we play this, you might notice something there now, but nothing shows up. But it was one of those moments where I was like, something's watching. So I took a little video clip of that, and we'll check it out here. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let me know in the chat if you've had those moments. All of a sudden, the throat wants to get dry. Yeah, I had a good smoke right before jumping on here. All right, what's this next video? Let's see. Heads up. Not sure what it's gonna be. Oh, yes. Okay. This is a little bonus. So the other night we were talking missing people up in Northern California area. Uh, our area where we lived in, which some call it Murder Mountain, came up, and so that's been coming up quite a bit on different uh, people's channels on their podcasts and stuff. It's been coming up lately, so I've been talking on it, and yeah, we're talking about some cases up that way that we're going to be getting into later, some true crimes type stuff, and anyway, I found this little clip here. Look at that, truck's all dusty, still like that. But actually this is let's see, it is the gray truck. That was my old black Tacoma, but yeah, Taco Gang for life. Love Tacomas. So this is on my way up from Alder Point, and for a while there, so people would you'd find abandoned cars throughout the hills, and a lot of times they'd set them on fire. Even if you had a new car and you left it overnight for whatever reason, broke down or something like that, you better hope you get it out of there before they start breaking your windows and taking stuff and then set it on fire. It's a big thing there. And who knows, like, maybe they're just, I don't know, pyromaniacs. Maybe they're getting rid of something. I have, you never know. And there'd be times where I would be taking my son to the bus stop. So we're up on the hill and we'd drop him off. There's this junction area there, and the bus would stop there, pick up the kids and stuff. And there's several mornings where we would get there, and that junction spot would be one of those spots where they would, leave the vehicles and stuff would happen there. We'd get there in the morning, and the kids are getting picked up to go to school, and there's a car on fire there. Yeah, I got videos of that too, and just yeah, you never know with all the activity that was going on at the time, and but it was just typical, typical hill stuff. And here we're gonna check out some. This is pretty creepy right here. This is just a stash of. And who knows? They could have just pulled them from someone's property, or
Cars they've been able to pull out around
maybe
here.
they went off the road and pulled
These
them
are off
out.
the
Maybe
side of the
someone's
road.
doing some
Who
cleanup.
knows what happened to those people, or
Maybe it's
regular
missing
cars.
people.
There's a lot more. I've heard a lot of stories of and seen a lot more. Usually they'll trash them and set them on fire, which is very dangerous, especially around summer. Yeah, trippy stuff. Maybe be documenting more stuff like that and posting.
All right, we're a little past the hour mark, so we'll probably wrap it up here. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to touch on those Department of Transportation Bigfoot squatchy situations. Yeah, give me some feedback on that, somebody.
Once
What are
again,
your
you
thoughts?
got
Oh yeah, here's this
massive stuff. And on the side,
So yeah, we were talking. Where were we talking? I was mentioning the structure again. We're talking about this particular area. Yeah, we'll get into it some other time. But yeah, interesting structure. This one here. and this area has gotten reports of Bigfoots. Yeah, we'll get into this on another night. Maybe I'll get more clips, better clips of this. But yeah, that's the theme for today. The Bigfoot Highway. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all get some rest. We're gonna be at the shop hopefully in a few hours here. I'll try to get some rest myself. And we'll be back at it. Maybe we'll see the next rabbit hole we get into. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be interesting, and hopefully y'all will come along. And yeah, we'll be checking the other platforms, see how things are streaming. And if there is someone listening or watching over there, we appreciate you. Come on over to YouTube. It gets live over here. Brother William Nighthawk. Yeah, let me know your feedback on some of this information. And I hope to get into some of this with you soon. Let's get a little audio on the way out here. All right, bless up. Y'all stay safe. One love.